Hello, and welcome to the Breadwinner Summit. Can you believe we're finally actually here? And for a lot of you, it's been a 2-week buildup, but for me, it's been about a 5-month buildup, and it is so surreal to actually be here in this virtual room with all of you. I am ecstatic and cannot wait to get this all going. I want to say thank you for being here. I'm looking right at you. I am so thrilled that you're here. Out of all of the things that you could be doing today, you could be baking, packaging orders, getting groceries, you could be squeezing in a moment to take a rest, and you chose to show up. And that means everything. That means everything for your business, for your community, for your fellow bakers. Welcome to the Breadwinner Summit. This is the first ever virtual gathering for sourdough entrepreneurs. And I recognize that a lot of you don't know me. I am Caroline Bauer. I am the host of the Breadwinner podcast. And I dreamed up this event back in November as a way to connect sourdough bakers in a whole new way, to connect us with the big picture of the impact that we make in our communities and for our families, and just to inspire you and equip you with really clear strategies and kind of bring a lot of the information into one place. That's the heart behind my podcast, but then that is the heart behind the summit. So if you are a podcast listener, you're going to love the summit because it's a lot like the podcast, just on steroids. All of these conversations, most of them are interviews between myself and our speakers. And we just get right down into the nitty-gritty meat of it. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but it's going to be so good. We're going to learn so much. So whether you are just starting out with your business, or if you've been building your bakery for a long time, this space was made for you. This summit was born from one simple belief, and that is that your bakery matters. Your bakery is so important, whether you're baking 10 loaves a week or 100 or anywhere in the whole spectrum. It is so important. We are not here to chase hustle for the sake of hustle. We are not here to glorify burnout. We're here because we know the power of small, values-driven businesses. We know that we're baking bread, but it is about so much more than the bread. You are not just making loaves. You are building something that feeds your community, that supports your family, that lets you live with more intention and more joy and more purpose. The reality, though, is that this job is exhausting and the burnout rate is high. So this week is about giving you the tools and the support and the clarity to keep going and to keep growing in a way that feels aligned with your life and values, and that supports you and allows you to feel rested and fulfilled and clear on where you're headed. This isn't about getting it all perfect. It's about taking your next brave, clear, right steps, one loaf, one decision, one strategy at a time. And if you've ever thought that what you're doing is too small to matter, or you don't qualify to be called a microbaker, or what you're doing is just a little hobby, I want to lovingly challenge that thought, because the truth is, small does not mean insignificant. I could go on a whole soapbox about this, but small means nimble, it means personal, it means powerful. In our session right after this with Sarah, we're going to go deeper into why small matters so much for our communities and why these small-scale bakers are absolutely critical. So you are not behind, you are not too late, you are not alone, you are not too small. Right now, across the country and around the world, there are other bakers just like you tuning in. They're mamas who are baking during nap time. They are dreamers who have turned a side hustle into steady income. They are people with flour on their hands and purpose in their hearts, building something real from their kitchens. And that is what makes this summit so special. You are not just watching a screen, you are part of a movement. We are turning the tide in our communities and in the food landscape as a whole. So over the next 2 days, you're going to learn from industry leaders, educators, and fellow bakers, some with a large platform and some with a small platform, but who are all walking the same road as you. We know the same challenges. We all get it. You're going to learn about marketing, sales, mindset, process, profitability, and more, but all through the lens of building a business that actually fits your life. So, real quick, here are a few ways to make the most of this time. One, I would encourage you to choose the sessions that speak to you right where you are currently. There are some sessions that overlap, and so focus on the ones that are going to propel you forward in where you want to head in your business in the next quarter. Second thing I would encourage you to do is take some messy notes, but don't try to capture every single quote or every single takeaway. Try to think about, what can I implement in the next 7 to 14 days? What do I want to put a pin in for later and circle back to? Maybe in the next 6 months, in the next year, something that I want to come back to, but don't need to know everything right now. And then also scribble down a note if you have a question about something. You want to come over to the community, connect in the chat for the session, and dig deeper into that specific question. In the community space, you can share your takeaways and your aha moments. That is where we're going to connect, figure out how we're going to implement the strategies and the light bulb moments, and really begin to grow together as we see the big picture. And then finally, give yourself the freedom to pause and come back when you need to. That's the beauty of this format. You are going to have access to all of the recordings for 48 hours after the event. And if you've upgraded your ticket, you'll have the access to the recordings forever, both on video and podcast. So you have the flexibility to digest on your own schedule as you need to, and you don't need to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. So whether you have the all access pass ticket or the free ticket, you belong here. There is space for you. Each and every one of you have a really, really beautiful purpose. Whether you haven't even begun your bakery or whether you have been in business for a while, this is the right place for you today. So here is what I want you to walk away with today. Your business does not have to look like anyone else's to be worthwhile, to be impactful, to serve you, your lifestyle, and your household. You do not need a storefront to be legit. You do not need thousands of followers to be impactful. You do not need to do it alone. This summit is your reminder that success isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet and steady. Sometimes it smells like a fresh loaf of bread at 5 a.m., and sometimes it tastes like connection shared across the kitchen table. So show up, take what serves you, ask questions, connect, let yourself dream a little bigger, see the big picture, and know that you matter in it, no matter how big or small your own business is. This community is here to lift you up, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. So thank you again for being here. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. This is so, so important. Your time, your presence, your heart for your business, it all matters. And over these next 2 days, I hope you feel supported, seen, and fired up with possibility, but with clear strategy on how to take the next step. Let's get going. I am so excited. We are going to roll right into Sarah Grunwald's keynote and set the tone for this entire week. Let's go.